Good evening. My apologies to you guys. Rob got me laughing, and I clicked on the wrong intro because I was giggling. So,
Fooled
but,
you.
but we are here now, and welcome to the 1011. And tonight, well, first let's say hi to my co-host, Rob. How you doing this evening, sir?
Well, Gary.
Yes.
Oh, that's it.
Oh, all right then. Well, Rob's in the mood. He's already had me giggling, so I'm going to try to keep a straight face here. And making his live debut on the 1011, his first time live, we have the man of the hour here for us to learn a little bit about him through the books that he loves. We have CBizzle. How you doing, sir?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good, good. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
hmm
Now,
Happy
first,
for
we're
having me.
gonna.
And for giving it up for Gary, your first time.
Yeah, yeah.
I
He's
know
my
Gary,
we've
first.
had a lot of first time people on this channel. It's been nice.
I know, Gary,
Mhm.
you're just I don't know what you do to these guys,
I'm,
man. You do it
I'm
for
the pauper. So, CBizzle, before we say hi to the chat,
Mhm.
why don't you give a quick overview of who you are and what your channel is? Give us the commercial of it real quick.
Well, so basically, my name is Couchin and Slouchin with CBizzle. My channel is basically unboxings, and I'm expanding out to talk about miniseries. I did a miniseries video about Daniel Warren Johnson's Beta Ray Bill.
Hmm.
I'm also going to do a couple more because I'm an events kind of guy, especially with comic books. I love reading about certain events, big events like Civil War 1 and 2 and things of that nature. So that's basically what my channel is about.
Very cool.
Mhm.
Nice. All right, and we will get a quick hello into the chat, and then we are going to start up with your first book. But first, Chop and Drop sneaking in before Las Cruces. Could be a fight in the chat tonight. And then Las Cruces, good evening, sir. Chop reminding everybody to please hit that like button. Thank you, Chop. Jerry the Jitterbug, good evening, buddy. Great to see you as always. Psychedelic Comics, good evening, sir. And, hold on, I almost hit the wrong button again. Nicholas is here from One Shot Comics. Hashtag never enough Nicks. Good evening, Nick. Geek Out with Roscoe. Good evening, Roscoe. How you doing, sir? Brian LCS is here. Good evening, buddy. Nice to see you. And Dr. Von Hoots, DVH himself, is in the building. Nice to see you. Cole's Comic Claims. Good evening, sir. All right. And Cali Comics. Another guy I got to get on the show. So good evening, everyone. And we'll keep saying hi as people keep rolling in. But for now, um, just people saying hi. Bizzle, let's get to your first book and why it's one of your top tens. What,
Okay, so
Tony?
basic, basically what I'm doing here is I'm going to show y'all chronologically my comic book collecting history. Some may jump here and there, and sometimes it might not be just one book. It might be a secondary book to go with it. So bear with me on this. Uh,
No worries.
yes. So the first book, I know, I'm pretty sure this book has not been on your show before. So
Ooh.
as a teenager, I've had this book since I was around 13. So it's beat to all hell. Okay. And this was really started my love to collecting comic books. It's going to be what Avengers West Coast number 61.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Now, the reason why this is my favorite, as a kid reading this book, it was crazy to me because it has Immortus. It talks about the history of Immortus and Kang. So I was down with Kang before all this MCU stuff. And they fight against the Legion of Unliving. So basically, what with the help of Grim Reaper, they bring these several characters to fight the Avengers, and it gets brutal. Like some of these Unliving, Legion of Unliving, they die horribly. Like one falls off his horse all the way down to his death. A couple of guys get killed by stalactites. It's
Wow.
crazy. And this is the first title that I actually completed the run on. I have the entire volume one of Avengers West Coast, or you could say West Coast Avengers, either or, because it did
Right.
change. And I have all of the full run, the annuals, and even the now expensive issue 45 with the white Vision.
I know. Luckily, that book's been coming down quite a bit. So
Yes.
it was a dollar bin book forever, but well, and I like the West Coast Avengers. They're one of those teams that people like poke at, but it's a pretty decent team. And it always had some of my favorite characters on it, like Tigra and Julia
Exactly.
Carpenter, Spider Woman,
Yep.
and Scarlet Witch and Vision. Right. So I mean,
Yeah.
there's great characters on the team.
And also they have because I'm born and raised in the great city of Detroit, Michigan. They had an introduction of the Great Lake Avengers on that team as
Right.
well. Mhm.
Now, who is your favorite West Coast Avenger?
Oh, okay. It's it's surprisingly some people is a U.S. agent,
Oh,
hands down.
nice.
Yeah, U.S. agent is one of my favorite characters of Marvel. Period. Believe it or not,
What did you think of his introduction in the TV show?
I don't mind it. Um, he is a jerk in the comics, so he's a jerk in the show.
Yeah,
So
I thought it was pretty good.
yeah, oh yeah, I have his latest miniseries as well, and a couple of. Only thing I'm missing is just his first appearance.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then another character you don't get enough of is Wonder Man in that team,
hmm And the fact that he's going to be in the MCU pretty soon, so
right?
I can't wait.
All right,
And it's not
nice, great first
that's not
book.
one of my, it's not one of my spec books. Just to let y'all know.
Oh yeah, it's always nice to see West Coast Avengers. I like
Yes,
when you
yes.
see some different titles. I think that's you and Marcus are West Coast Avengers
Oh yeah,
fans.
I love the West Coast Avengers.
Number two, sir.
Okay, so number two. So like I said, I was born and raised in Detroit, and I stopped collecting around 2003. That's when I fell in love and started spending my money on my girlfriend instead of comic books. And I moved to Minnesota to go. I got my bachelor's degree in video game design. And the funny thing is, we actually broke up like 6 months after we moved there, and I just stayed there and finished college. And I moved back in 2009, and I wasn't working. I finally got a job that actually paid me almost like $10 more than with my previous job in Minnesota. And I went to Marvel.com, and you know how back in the day Marvel.com, they probably still have it, the shop locator. So I went and look for a comic book store near me, and it happens to be if you're ever in the Roseville, Michigan area, it's this comic book store called Liberty Comics, and
Oh,
the owner is Gail. He's an awesome person. He's one of my it's still today one of my favorite comic book stores I've ever been to. And I was in the store, just trying to see what I could where I should start from. Remember, I'm an events kind of guy, so I saw this on the wall. I got the whole set for about like $25. It is the House of M.
Hmm.
oh, so X-Men brought you back in, huh?
Yes, because as a teen, that's what I collected. I was a '90s kid. I was an X-Men animation kid, and I really really enjoyed this title. So that what really got me collecting. So I was fully Marvel for most of my life, I enjoyed reading it, and I enjoyed reading anything X Men. And this is a big event book because the whole No More Mutants. It greatly affected the X
Right.
Men to this day.
Yeah, that whole licensing deal with the Fantastic Four and X-Men really messed up the Marvel universe when they refused to
Yes,
promote those characters anymore.
correct.
But just yeah, craziness.
Yeah.
But so, who's your favorite X-Man person, and why is it Dazzler?
I, I hate to break it to you. My favorite X Man and my favorite character of Marvel of all time is Colossus.
Oh, great pick.
Yes. The reason why I love Colossus so much, he drew. He was an artist, and I'm an artist, and I really love the fact that I could relate to him, and that's kind of how I got into comics in general. Because my father, he drew Batman in front of me on a piece of paper and an ink pen, and I fell in love with comic books at the very beginning of age 6. And so when I started reading X Men and watching the X Men television show, Colossus, I was always drawn to Colossus.
Nice.
Mhm.
Hey, Peter's a great character.
Oh yeah,
He's one of the most empathetic ones, so it's really easy to like him.
correct. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's always been written as far as X characters goes. I think he's always been written really well. I just don't know
Hmm.
why he doesn't get the A treatment sometimes. Like you see how
That's
these other
true.
characters get a miniseries. You never see a Colossus miniseries though.
Yeah,
I
he's
mean,
just
even
more
his
even
sister
keel.
Magic's gotten a couple.
true. And they tried to do something with him when they gave him the Sidorak and he became Juggernaut during Avengers versus X-Men.
You got Cali Comics saying, "Dude, he is not an easy draw."
And
No.
I always just think, I don't know, I'm not a big X-Men guy, but I always think of Colossus as very much just a very even keel kind of that
Yeah.
he's the the main horse you can hitch the rest of the wagon up to. You
Yep.
can the even keel. He's just what you're getting. He does it very well. He's respectful,
Hmm.
all these different things, and so he's a great role model as a character and everything. And I think because he
Right.
doesn't, from what little I know, and I could be completely wrong because I don't read a lot of X-Men books, but
I
Yeah.
don't
from
I
what
don't
I've
know
seen,
what kind of vibrators
he doesn't
Taylor's using.
stray doesn't seem to stray
No.
outside into any of the fringe categories where people start to go like, oh, this would be really, and so to some extent that maybe makes him so where writers don't think he's as interesting, but I think
Hmm.
that could be why he is interesting and stuff.
Right.
Hmm.
Well, that
Uh,
he was never cliche. He was like the gentle giant. You
right.
Correct.
know,
I love
Yeah.
his portrayal in the Deadpool movies has been phenomenal.
Yes. Oh yeah.
it
I love them
has.
in those. Yeah.
All right. So number 3.
Okay. So, like I said, during this time, I was going to Liberty Comics, and I wanted to try an event. I'm mostly Marvel, so I decided to try something different. Go to DC. This event made me start collecting DC comics to this day. It is
Oh,
the Blackest Night.
Hmm.
yeah,
When I
that's one
read
I've never
this,
read. I've never read that series.
oh, it it made my favorite hero in DC is Green Lantern. I could pick either one of them: John Stewart, Kyle Rayner, even Simon Baz, even to this day, or Jessica Cruz. It
Just not Guy
really
Gardner. That guy's a dick.
no, wait, he's coming. He's actually coming up later on.
Okay.
So, but I like Guy Gardner, but it's the reason why I left him off when talking about Green Lanterns. But yeah, that was the book that made me start collecting um, DC comics. I never really collected DC. I mean, I had sporadically have DC comics in my collection,
Right.
but I've never really collected like runs of it.
I was the same way. I always had I had a couple World's Finest here, Brave and the Bold's
Hmm.
there, but never anything that was like you could consider a run.
Correct.
Yeah, I was always drawn to like the team up books.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I was like I said, I would buy like I went my very first comic book collection. I mean my very first comic book convention. The last day I was there, it was a gentleman, and mind you, this is back in the 2000s. This gentleman had like several long boxes, and he was selling the long boxes for $30
Oh
out the
wow.
door. And I bought like I think I spent the most I spent at a comic convention was that my very first one, and I bought like 3 of his long boxes.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Green Lantern just I don't. Well, most of the DC characters, I guess, I just haven't really like all appealed to me all that much. I mean, I do read all the Batverse stuff, but man, Green
Yeah.
Lantern, I love the look and I love the idea behind them, but for whatever reason, it just couldn't ever. For me, it's never been something that's been like drawn me in.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Oh, that's it. The Blackest Night drew me in, and
hmm.
then when the New 52 hit, that got me even more hyped.
Now I've never heard anyone bash Blackest Night. It's one of those runs where all you hear is good things about it.
Oh yeah, it's very brutal, in a good way.
I
In a
might have
good
to pick
way.
up the trades at some point and give it a
Oh yeah,
read.
yeah.
All right,
I still
number
got.
4, sir.
All right, so my number 4 book. Now it was around my birthday, and I just happened to got this book because my aunt just bought me a stack of Black Panther books. I didn't think nothing of it. I said, okay, cool. I like Black Panther. Thank you for these. I really appreciate it. I didn't know later down the line this book was going to be real hot. So my next book is Black Panther #2, the first appearance of Sherry.
Yep.
Like I said,
Nice.
This was a gift from my aunt. She she was just like, here's a stack
What a
of books.
speculator your aunt is, huh?
I was super stoked to get it. I was like, when I got, I'm happy to get any kind of comic books. But then when I found out like that she's gonna be in the next movie, in the Black Panther movie in 2018, I was like, let me look at my collection. I looked, I said, oh well, looky here, I have it.
Right? And Letitia brought a lot of energy to that character, which was
Yes,
fun.
she did. Yes, she did. And I'm one of the few people that actually enjoy Wakanda Forever.
And I don't know, did you ever catch her on Black Mirror? She was on an episode of Black Mirror, and she was really good.
You know what? I should have. I used to work for Netflix, and I should have watched Black Mirror. We may have had it like I was working at the call centers, so
Right?
they had it. They had it on the TVs, and I tried to pay attention, but I had too many people yelling at me on the phones.
Yeah, tell them, hey, I'm trying to watch some shows here.
Yeah,
Keep it down a little.
like I'm gonna put you on hold real quick.
All right, number 5.
So number 5, we're going back to the New 52. We're going back to the Green Lanterns, somewhat. My next book is one of my favorite New 52 books, The Red Lanterns.
Oh.
So Atrocitus is one of my favorite villains in DC. And another reason why I like this, later in the volume, Guy Gardner becomes a Red Lantern. And I was like, that's perfect. That's perfect. His anger, his rage,
Right?
perfect for it to be a Red Lantern. Even Supergirl.
Stupid ass haircut.
He actually in this series he actually grew it out. He had long hair in this one. Even Supergirl became a Red Lantern.
I remember that.
Yeah. So it's one of my favorite. Now I have other favorites in the New. It was hard to pick for New 52. I have Batman, Green Lantern, Justice League. One of the more underrated books, and I should have put it on here, but is Jeff Johns' Aquaman. He made Aquaman cool. So I really love.
Was that hook hand Aquaman?
No. It's both hand Aquaman.
Okay. I hate hook hand Aquaman.
He got his hand back.
Nice.
Yeah.
It got better.
Yeah,
now,
much better.
Being a Green Lantern fan, what was your true opinion of the movie? I thought it got more hate than it deserved. It wasn't great, but it did have some good stuff in it.
Couple of things. The plot was dumb.
Yeah.
I did not like the plot. I did not like the Phalanx being a brown fart, similar to Galactus and.
I was just going to make the same comparison. The cheap way out, right? Oh,
exactly.
Make him a cloud.
But Mark Strong as Sinestro.
Yes, that's what I was going to bring up. He's a great villain.
Yeah, I loved him as Sinestro. What's his name? Green Lantern, the actor, Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, Ryan Reynolds.
He played a decent Hal Jordan. I didn't mind his Hal Jordan, but the storyline just failed me. And
I like Blake Lively in it too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And like I said, I love Mark Strong. I'm very villain based when it comes to several of my books. If the villain is good, I know I'm going to enjoy it. And the same thing with movies.
Right.
So, do you ever think, as a Lantern fan, that maybe they got a little carried away with the spectrum? It was one thing to have the Sinestro Corps and then all of a sudden as the Red Lanterns, the Black Lanterns, the Blue Lanterns, and the Green Lanterns, the Yellow Lanterns, and the Maroon, I don't know, the Chartreuse and the Rainbow Colored Lanterns and the Lavender Lanterns or Sapphire Lanterns.
Basically the Power Rangers of space.
So yeah, I would say that, Rob, but then you have like 7,000 Bat characters, 7,000 Spider characters. They just keep churning them out.
No, and I would argue that there's too many of them too. But I'm just
wondering. No, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Whenever it's convenient, they just come up with a new color all of a sudden.
I guess as somebody who doesn't follow it now, maybe I'm wrong, right? Again, this probably am because I don't follow it, and I'm just I see all the Skittles Corps, and are they all good?
You got to
supposedly
taste the rainbow, Rob.
No,
or
you have three major bad ones. You have the Black Lanterns, who represents death. You have the red lanterns, which represents rage, and you have the yellow lanterns represent fear.
But does that necessarily have to be bad?
Well, the black lanterns, yes, they were out to kill everybody in all the universe.
Okay, so not just the Grim Reapers cleaning up the
Yeah,
corpses. They're
yeah. And you have LaFreeze, who is an orange lantern. He's the lantern of greed. He's not really bad. He's just stingy.
Just a little on the selfish side, huh?
Yeah, majorly. Like yes.
no.
Me
All I
neither.
know is my
Me
favorite.
later.
My favorite of when it came down to those lanterns, my favorite is so I read the Injustice
Hmm.
series on trade paperback,
Hmm.
and when they put the Sinestro, the Yellow Lantern Ring Corps on Superman,
Oh
and
yeah,
and you thought about the fear that he could induce on people to begin with, let alone then to couple all of that with the ring. Like my mind was just freaking blown. That was like
yeah.
insane to me.
And
I love it.
they're supposed to be bringing the Green Lantern books back later this year. It's supposed to be the dawn of DC, and I've already added it to my pull
Well, because they're
in my
coming out with a
LCS.
series, a Green Lantern series, right? That
Correct.
yeah. So
Hmm.
you see, like hopefully, like Jessica Cruz and stuff in there.
Exactly.
All right, number 6, sir.
So number 6, it's two books, and the reason why it's two books because there's a story behind it.
Oh,
So back in 2011, it was one of my first times like actually going online to shop and buy comic books, and I went to Facebook, and it's this guy. His name is Barry. I want to pronounce his name correctly. It's Dutter. It's Dutter. He actually wrote for Marvel sparingly, and he was selling comic books. So, like I said, it's back in 2011. This first book I bought is Thanos Quest, one of my top favorite Marvel villains. So I bought book one. I was very fortunate to buy it from him, but by the time I was ready to buy book two, because it's a two-part series,
right.
that's when Thanos made his cameo on at the end credits on, I forgot which movie was first, and then it
The
was
first Avengers.
yes, and then so everybody was so hyped about it, and these books skyrocketed. So it took me around 11 to 12 years. Matter of fact, I got it this year, and I was able to get book two.
Oh, nice.
Funny thing is, from the same guy. So, so I went to
He
his
was holding
Facebook.
out on you.
Right? So I went to I went to his auction, and it's all auction based. Like, luckily I shut off my alarm because I got my alarm set to his auction to end like go off 5 minutes before his auction ends, so I could see if any books I could snipe from people, and
Right.
this was one of them, and I didn't pay that much. I'm a thrifty collector. Okay, so I'll try to save as much money as I can on quality books. And when I saw it, I sniped it. I even told him, I said, you know, the last time I bought book one from you 12 years ago for around the same price. He was shocked, and I've been buying books from him since then, since 2011. But Thanos, book one and book two are these two. I I was so ecstatic when I got these, especially the book two. I was hunting for it. Now you can find it pretty cheaply, especially after the Avengers movies. So I
So
was
you're a
so
big Thanos fan then.
yes.
So did you ever get Logan's Run issue 6, which has the first Thanos solo story in the back?
No, I didn't. I've never gotten that. Now I got something to look for. I
Yeah,
got the
it's
I
the
got
first. It's a little story with him and Death. It's only like what 7-8 pages, I think.
well, I know I'm gonna do one after this show.
Logan's Run issue 6 is actually it was only 7 issue series, but
Hmm.
that issue's worth about probably $25 to $30 based on
Oh,
condition. So it's affordable. Key.
yeah, that's my price range.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, I
he's
got to tell
definitely
this guy about this if he's a big
yeah,
Thanos fan. A lot of people don't know about that. That's his first solo story.
yeah. I didn't know. I got Infinity Gauntlet. I got Infinity. Crusade, Infinity War. So I got the whole gambit of those. His solo title that he had just a few years ago.
Yep, that's what
Um,
Kelly's asking you if you had the full story release of
yeah,
the modern.
yeah, oh yeah, the modern one I have that. The one book that I do not have is his first appearance in Iron Man. So that's gonna be one of my grails.
Nice.
Mhm.
Ooh, well, all right, nice, Thanos. So that's where so far with the lanterns and Thanos,
Mhm.
and you like some god level characters,
Oh yeah, I like because the events they pull off is epic.
right?
If you like a
Mhm.
superhero, make sure they're a super duper hero.
Right.
Exactly.
All right, number 7, CBizzle.
So this book is one of the first books I bought off of eBay. I'm gonna tell you the price right now. What I paid for it. This is also 2011. I paid $8.50 for this book. And I know y'all been wondering, like, he has this, he has the T-shirt. Where is this come? What's the next thing? I have Black Panther #1.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
I got this for $8.50
Ooh, what a steal!
on eBay, 2011. The way I got it, the person misspelled Black Panther. I think they had the T and the N flipped,
Mm.
and I hopped on it, won the
No one
auction. I
saw it.
was, I
Everybody
was
knows about the
no,
first appearance of issue 1 of the Black Panther.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was dancing in the streets when I won it. I couldn't wait. I kept checking my mailbox because at the time I was living in an apartment, so I had to like keep checking, like, no, I want nobody to steal my package.
Right.
So
I was gonna say that's a tip from Jerry the Jitterbug too, who's talking about looking for misspellings. He gets some good
mhm,
books that way.
yep. And I was super
And
stoked to
CJ
get
saying
it.
you can't go wrong with 850. Now, do you
No,
collect the old Jungle Adventures too?
I do got some jungle actions behind me. I do. I don't think you can see it because it's dark behind me, but I have a short box with Black Panther on it. This is from Ta-Nehisi Coates' run of it, and I have to get another one because I'm overloaded with Black Panther.
He had
That
some good Marvel team up and 2-in-1 appearances too.
Yeah, I got a couple of them with him in it.
You wouldn't believe it, but actually, that Black Panther book, I actually picked that book up, slabbed in a 9.4. I think about 2020 for $40.
Ooh,
Wow,
ooh,
what a bargain!
that is saucy. That's nice.
Now, do you have the FF 52 in your?
Okay, so
Facsimile.
I have facsimiles of it. I have
Yes.
facsimiles. I have reprints. I have. They just came out with a facsimile not too long ago this year of
Right,
it. I got that one. I got the homage Black Panther #13 cover of it. I just don't have the first print. It's my grail of grails. I told myself I've been playing the lottery. I hit it. That's the first thing I'm going to go look for. I'm even looking for. I'm a second appearance kind of guy too. So
right,
I got the second appearance of Falcon. I got the second appearance of Luke Cage. So I'm looking for FF 53 as well. So and it's a little cheaper than 52.
right. And those second appearances are nice. They complete the story.
Exactly. Exactly. There's nothing wrong with second appearance. Don't shame second appearances.
Right. Take a second appearance over a second printing any day.
Facts. Those are facts.
Yeah.
All right, number 8, good sir.
So we're gonna fast forward a little ahead. This book, I'm gonna show y'all a couple of things because I got like 3 books here. This book is one I like I told you, I missed the train on Miles Morales Ultimate Fallout #4.
Don't worry,
Okay.
most of us did.
So I also missed the train on the Ultimate Spider-Man #1. His
That's a lot of
first
time when people weren't collecting then.
exactly. So what I did was I got the next best thing when Miles Morales became into the 616, and it's Michael Bendis' Spider-Man #1.
Yeah.
I love this cover. This cover is my lock screen on my phone.
Oh, nice.
I love it so much. I'm so glad I have this in my collection. I got it for a cover price because and this book has a lot of meaning to me, along with I got the hip hop cover as well.
Now that's a pricey book right there.
Yes, I got both of them at the same shop here in Dallas, Texas. That's where I'm living at now. It's this comic book store called Galaxy called Dallas. Um, the reason why these books mean so much to me, that store is no longer around.
Oh,
It closed, and one of the owner, his name is James, super friendly, always asking about my son, like cut me deals on a lot of stuff, and I was really sad that his store had closed. Now it closed before the pandemic, so it wasn't because of that. It was just that things got rough, and then he had to close down the shop, and I had to find a new LCS, and I did, but it's not the same.
yeah,
Um,
right.
yeah,
Once you
so
find a place you love, it's hard to replace it.
exactly. The only good news about my new LCS is literally walking distance from my house. So
Yeah, that Bendis cover I had sent, or that Bendis book, not Bendis cover. But I sent mine in, Bendis was doing a signing, and
Ooh.
he signed it with like a whitish silver pen right along the web, so it actually
oh,
looks like the webbing is exploding out a little bit on either
hmm
side of it, and
hmm
that's his signature, like is in the
oh,
web.
Oh
It
wow,
oh,
looks
that's really
it
nice.
looks
that's
really, really
nice.
sick.
Now, like along with these two books, I did get something. I wanted, matter of fact, I wanted on a whatnot giveaway.
Mhm.
Okay. Um, it's not the same. It's not the same, but it is the facsimile
Yeah,
of
I
Ultimate
like
Right?
it.
Fallout. Now, for everybody know how you can tell it's not it's a facsimile or not. It is right up here. The Marvel logo
Correct.
is red. The actual book is black. Am I right, Rob? I believe so because I know I see yours right behind you.
Yes, it's black.
every time I go over your shows, I'll just look
Well,
at it like, oh, I wish I. Oh,
Did you end up getting this cover? Look at that.
yes, yes.
This cover is
Oh, look at
beautiful.
that. There it is. There it is. It's black. That's how you know you got the authentic Ultimate Fallout #4. Like,
there you go.
oh, and it's oh, and who's that signed
Triple.
by?
This is signed by Crane, Bagley, and Bendis.
Be still my beating heart. That
Yeah,
is a gorgeous.
triple signed. I am potentially contemplating having it signed one more time.
Oh, okay, okay. I thought you were about to say you was potentially thinking about selling, and I was about
No,
to
no,
say,
no, no, no.
Now, you said you buy off whatnot, right? CBizzle?
yes, actually,
You need
yeah,
to follow Mike Mayhew
That's tough.
because I caught him on a slow night and I got
yeah.
this signed by him for $20.
Ooh.
This book's usually a lot more. So
Now, to be honest with you, I actually took Whatnot off my phone.
Good for you.
It's not because I was mad at Whatnot. I was spending too much money.
Yes,
yeah, because it's
that's
so easy
exactly
to
it.
hit a button, right?
Oh man,
So
it's like,
easy.
and the thing is, I got a competitive nature about me. So when they do an auction, I'm like, no, I want that book. They somebody else chimes in, no, no, no. I said
How
I
dare
want this
they?
book. Yeah. So sometimes I
Huh.
overspend on certain books that I probably could have gotten at the LCS for almost half.
Right?
Yeah, there was one night on my last night on Whatnot, I walked away with like 20 early ASM books, and I was like, oh, all right, I'm done.
Yeah.
This has got to come off.
Now I have a good winning streak on the giveaways. I've won like at least 7 or 8 books on the Whatnot giveaway. Sometimes I just jump in there just to see what the giveaway is going to be,
Hmm.
not buy anything, and put my hand into the,
But if you
you
win a
know,
giveaway, then the shipping's cheap. Then it's not so bad. You can
exactly.
get some because arriving this week, I got $300 in giveaway wins arriving from whatnot.
Mm,
I hit big on a show. I won two
nice.
slabs that are worth 250 plus some other books.
So when we're going to Vegas,
Yeah, and a Spawn figure, which I don't give two shits about. I'm gonna put that in the giveaway to help in
it's
the giveaway with getting Taylor Window to 1,000.
it's funny. I have a Spawn figure that I have over 20 years, and it's still in this package, and it's like
I
buried in a
keep all
box
my
somewhere.
stuff in the package too. I'm that
Yeah,
collector as well. Don't feel bad about
yeah.
it. All right, number 8, CBizzle.
Okay, so we are going to fast forward a little bit. So I I didn't really collect this growing up. I didn't collect none of the milestone books growing up. So last year I just decided, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to get the number ones of all of them. So I got Blood Syndicate number one, Icon number one, Hardware number one. The one that kept eluding me was Static. So I went to this convention called Retro Expo in Plano, Texas. Now they're
Right.
moving it to Allen, Texas. And I was just walking around. I saw one vendor had it for $80 and it had the platinum version for 130. So I was walking around and went saw this other vendor and I went and got it because it was only
Ooh,
$40.
nice.
Nice.
Now, guess what happened this year? This year,
Facsimile came out.
the facsimile did come out. Didn't get it. I was like, nah, I got the real thing. I'm good.
Oh,
I'm good.
now you get snobbish about it, right?
I'm good. I don't need that. You know, I'm
But did you-
fancy.
But
Dude,
it
I
still
even
had
read
the,
it.
but it
Read
still had the
that and
poly
snub
bag.
that one.
Yeah.
I liked that they did the facsimile poly bag is with it.
Right? I saw it. I was like, $10? Nah, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, I just picked up Icon last week for $5.
Yeah, I got two of them now. I got I got off of eBay one for $8 and the other one for like $6. It's
Yeah,
like it's not
Static's the
really
only one that carries any value.
exactly.
For now.
Yeah, true. I got the newer. They did some reprints. DC did some reprints of it, reboots of all of them, and I got all like they all have mini series. So I'm doing videos on them. Icon and Rocket, Hardware, Blood Syndicate. Right now, what's going on is Icon versus Hardware. Static at season 2 going on right now. That's in my pull list. So I collect now. This year on Facebook, you know, you saw this one. This one right here. I got the newsstand
Oh,
Ooh.
nice.
for $30 as well.
See, now you're just getting fancy.
I'm just getting so fancy. I'm a thrifty collector. So I was like,
You gotta
oh,
love
30
it when you get a newsstand, right?
oh yeah. And you know, because he had it for like 45 and I talked him down to 30. I was like, oh, I need to get better at this. I need to start doing this more often. So
Right? Or just sit down in the middle of the floor and cry till they give it to you. Oh,
I
nice.
might
That's
do
a good
that.
get though, a newsstand.
Yes.
All right, now, all right. So what you got? What about Marvel, man? Where's your Night Thrasher?
Oh, I have his first appearance in Thor. I have his
411,
his
right?
first solo, which in miniseries was I think it was the four something. I can't remember. And I have his '90s red foil cover as well.
I like
So yeah,
Silhouette better than Night Thrasher.
yeah. But I really wanted Marvel to show bring them back.
Right.
They actually killed them off and brought them back to life. In I think it was Avengers books, and I really want another solo Night Thrasher title. Him with the skateboard.
You and
Right.
Mike Becker.
I loved the New Warriors. Like that was my first read every time it came out back in the day. I loved it, especially because it had Firestar on it.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm a big Firestar person. Angelica Jones. All right, number 9.
Number 9. Okay.
Yes,
I'm
that's
not
it. That's it, Tony. For Control. I couldn't
full
remember.
control. That's what it is.
Thank you.
I'm not as fancy as Rob with the wall of books behind him.
Thank you very much
Um,
for the super
oh,
chat, sir.
thank you for fellow Michiganer. So I'm not as fancy as the wall of books behind them. I didn't start buying slabs until last year. So my first ever slab is a title not really known. It's from Boom Studios, and it's from one of my favorite writers, Colin Bunn. It is Basculus. I'm trying to
Oh,
get this
okay.
there. There
Yep.
we go. This
That was
is
2 years ago.
cover B for it, and we have cover A.
Ooh.
So I got both of these. I have a slab guy now. I think everybody needs a slab
Oh,
guy.
they are a slippery slope because in 2019 I had no slabs. Now I
Mhm.
have almost 60. And
Jerry's got 2
and-
boxes
Oh,
Oh no, I have 5 boxes.
of
So,
slabs.
Yeah, but
You got more than they must not all be full. Otherwise, you got more than 60 slabs.
well, no,
yeah.
they're like the boxes are like they're odd shape. But no, I got
Oh, they're not
maybe
slab boxes
no, they're slab boxes, but they're plastic ones. They're weird.
because slab boxes will hold like between 28 to 32 slabs, typically.
I'll have to count. Maybe I have a recount because I've got like 3 more
That's
slabs.
how we
this week
came
and
up
2
with
more on the way.
how many slabs you show on only slabs. When I tell people they bring 25 to 30, because that's roughly what fits in a short box of slabs.
Well, I only last year I started off with 5, and so far this year I bought 7 more. So my goal is to double every year. So right now,
Excellent.
yeah.
But next year
So
you could be on only slabs.
right, like that's how I watched the show, and I was like, man, I don't got enough
But
slabs to go on the
you
show.
can appear on the sidekick show, Lonely Slabs.
That requires me to not be hosting a show one day for them to fire it up.
It's usually Remy Q will host that one.
The problem thing is the next time there's not a show scheduled, he's not available to do it either because he'll be the same place I am.
You got Sleep Reader telling you to quick unslab it before your brain rots.
But I enjoyed the title. I have the complete run of it raw.
Nice.
I got both of these books. Even though I got the slab, I went and got the raw books as well for both of these. Cullen Bunn is one of my favorite writers. I loved him when he did Sinestro and he did a miniseries for Magneto, and
He does a
love his
lot of
writing.
indie horror too.
Yes, he does.
Awesome.
Actually, I think I'll be talking about one of his other books, his horror books.
For a second, I thought you were going to bring out Eve, which is a great miniseries.
Oh, I
Eve
have
is
Eve.
fantastic.
Oh my God, yes, I do have Eve. I have Eve, Children of the Moon as well.
Yep.
I have a John Boy cover of Eve, number 2. Oh, it's it's gorgeous.
And it's such a good series. I love that
such a
Eve
good
series. Callie says Bunn used to be excellent, but he fell off a bit for him.
I mean, I haven't got the most recent books is Phantom of the Scan and Basculus for me. I haven't really sought out much of his horror. Like I said, I'm not a horror guy. My fiance is. She's even got a horror podcast that she talks about horror movies all the time. We actually go to a horror convention.
Always enunciate when you say that.
Oh yeah, I got to, right?
Especially when you say my wife, my girlfriend is, or whatever.
You're gonna have to send me her link because I'm a huge horror guy.
Oh yeah, I'll send you the Spotify link.
That way I can subscribe to her.
Oh yeah, she will love it.
All right, so number 10, sir.
So number 10, this is a little curveball. It's not really part of the chronological. This is not my, because I know 11 is my my personal book, and number 12 is a spec book.
Right.
The reason why I have this book, because everybody's talking about, we just had a couple of weeks ago the whole Dark Hawk type of thing. Dark Hawk number 1.
No.
I know, Rob. I'm sorry. I have to do this, Rob.
I love Dark Hawk.
This is Marvel Age number 97. The first preview of Dark Hawk.
Nice.
That's in his
Great
gloriness.
cover too. And I like the
For a second, I got excited because I thought he was going to bust out Shadowhawk. Instead, he busts out.
I do have that.
Yes, because Shadowhawk is bomb.
It's way better. It's way better. But I was just doing that. I put that book in this list because it's my favorite because it's just the comedic value of
Fair enough.
Marvel Age. Yeah.
Everybody was going for trying to make this book scarce.
Well, it's funny
I got the real first.
Preview's a preview.
Yes.
It's like ASM 365. It's a preview.
And if you look on CLZ, it's one of my favorite apps I have on my phone. Period, by none. My favorite app ever. It lists this book as the first premiere issue of it. Not not first appearance, just the preview issue, the first preview issue of it.
Yeah.
And if you get the issue with She-Hulk, it's the first time she breaks the fourth wall.
Really?
Yep.
I did not know that one.
I have it here. I got it for $2.
See?
It's a fun little story.
Thrifty.
Right. It breaks into her into that series where the sensational She-Hulk. It was the intro for it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did not know that.
Hey, Mike. All right, so that was see, I like Darkhawk, and that was another series I read when
In
it
the
You
came out. I
actually
was
90s.
like,
read it?
"Yay."
Yeah,
Huh?
in the 90s.
Wow,
Yeah,
you're a better man than
Hmm.
me.
I read the 50 issues that came out back then.
Wow.
Me was like Sleepwalker, New Warriors.
Yeah, I like odd characters.
Hmm.
And
All right, fair enough.
Namorita in New Warriors was one of my favorites too.
Oh
Before they
yeah,
changed her.
yeah, yeah. When they made her blue.
Yeah, and just
Hmm.
like they wrote her different after. I'm like,
Hmm. Yeah, I think everything changed
CJ
after
and I
Civil War.
agree. It's getting
CJ, don't be a
scary.
hater,
It's getting
CJ.
scary how much I'm beginning to agree with CJ on things.
Well, he is a quick plug while we're talking about CJ. In 2 nights' time, he is our in the hot seat guest.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
So we're
I'll be
interviewing CJ.
watching. I'll be watching.
All right, so we're going to learn a little bit more about his comic history. All right, number 11 with an extended personal story, CBizzle.
Okay, I know for a fact. I'm gonna say this unequivocally that I don't think anybody has this book. I know if you have this book, I would personally come visit you.
Ooh,
This book is
challenge
personal.
accepted.
If there was a fire, this would be the first book I'm grabbing. Okay, so this book is called Detroit Organized Gang Squad. Dogs
Oh,
for
never
short.
heard of it.
You know why this is my favorite book? I'm the artist of the book.
Oh,
Me and two other of my friends, we created this book. Reason why it's so personal to me, if and I want to say this right now, if anybody has this book, let me know. I will personally come over and sign it for you if you have this book. Um, we sold 850 copies of these, and the reason why it's so personal, one of the guys that helped me create this, he helped me fulfill the dream of being a comic book artist. I was at the con, and we had our table. I was signing these books. I was on cloud nine with this. The fact that I was able to sign a book that I helped create.
right.
I was the artist of it. And one of the guys that helped me create it passed away a couple of years ago. He's a very good
Oh,
friend. I've known him for over 20 years, and he passed away. So this book is always gonna have meaning for me. Um,
We got a copy up here on the wall. No, just kidding.
I mean, I'll be over in about 5 minutes, Rob. I'll sign it, gold pen and everything. You send off to CGC, I got you.
now, since you're talking about that book, though, if anyone here wanted to buy one, are there copies still available to buy? Or
Unfortunately, no. This
okay,
that book came out in like 99, 2000. We sold it at conventions. We sold it to family and friends, basically out of the back of the trunk. We tried to restart it back up again in 2010, but life got in the way. We're not able to reproduce it. I would love to go back into drawing comic books again. I still have my art table. I still have all my. Let's see. Yep, I do. Yep, right here. Some of my favorite uh, equipment. Somebody won my 100 sub giveaway, and in that giveaway, I drew an Omega Red,
Nice.
and so hopefully they put it on there. If they have a YouTube, I don't think the person have a YouTube, but hopefully post it somewhere. But I enjoy drawing, and I want to get back into it. So that's why that's why I love this book so much. This is the cover on it is hand painted. We had a guy hand paint the cover for this, and
can you open it for us and show us a
yeah,
little bit of your art?
yeah.
Oh, you can't tell us you drew the book and not show us a little bit of the
Show this.
inside there, buddy.
Now this is in black and white.
I'm a
I
big
That's
I'm
how
a
drew.
I
big
would do
black
it,
and
Gary.
white
Oh yeah,
fan,
I drew this, and then I'm not
Yeah.
show you anything.
right?
I will just.
so and also this has historical reference here
Oh,
on the first page. If you are Michiganer, right there, you see that's Tiger Stadium is no longer there.
oh wow.
They tore it down and made a new stadium called Comerica Park.
Oh, that
So
doesn't roll off the tongue.
there we go, right there. That's my name. I'm the illustrator, just a proof.
Nice.
So yes, I'm so proud of this book.
Well, congratulations, dude. That's
Thank
quite an
you.
accomplishment.
Oh, and we have nice little cover
Oh
that I
wow.
drew. Yep, that's nice cover. And the story is basically when put in today's age. But basically, it was 4 police officers with superpowers fighting crime in the city of Detroit.
Ooh,
You
nice.
have a question here from the audience, CBizzle.
Hmm.
It's from Tony from Commonverse. If he sends you a Spawn #1 blank sketch variant, how much is it going to cost him to have you draw a cover on it?
Well, I'll tell you this. I would draw on. I got the bags and boards. I would draw it, send it to you, and if you like it, it'll be free. I will. And then basically what I mean is I'll draw a sketch for you, send it to you. If you like my art style, then just send me the Spawn book, and I will just do it for free for you.
There you go. Now we got to get him doing
Watch out.
Dazzler.
Those are the things that correct answer to that is, you know what? DM me and I'll discuss this with you because
Yeah.
now this is
Right.
out there. You gotta everybody's going, hey, I heard you like that deal, man. And
But
you
yeah,
can
don't state a price live on the show. You got to be able to haggle in the DMs.
Yeah, and the thing is, I'm a,
if he
I'm
doesn't
I'm
like you, it's
charge of
300.
300, and I'm a lefty. I'm a lefty, so I know most artists are left-handers that I know of. My father was left-handed, so am I.
Nice. All right. So now this brings us to your final book, your spec pick.
So I was gonna say I'm not really a spec book kind of guy.
That's
I
what
kind of
everybody
am.
says.
I kind of am. I do buy some books that spec. Now, this spec book is because I'm a Green Lantern fan. Okay. And no, I'm telling you right now, it's not the first appearance of John Stewart. That book is out of my price range for now. But it is the first appearance of Kyle Rayner.
Oh, nice.
Got this, and that's his first appearance there. And the first appearance as the Green Lantern. Now, what you might be thinking, like, oh, you have 48 and 50. Where's 49? The iconic cover. It's in the mail. It's coming.
Nice.
I literally just bought it for $16, and same guy that sold me the Thanos books, and so that's coming up. He mailed it. He said it would be here around Thursday, and I just checked the tracking. Yes, it will be here Thursday.
Now,
So
Rob, you notice that's his honeypot because he won't mention the seller's name. He's keeping that seller all to himself.
Hey, sometimes you
I
gotta
know
do
that
that,
I
man.
have the link. I have
I had
his.
a guy like that for the longest time when I was buying a bunch of
Mm-hmm.
Batman books. He had high grade Batman books that I was back stock,
Mm-hmm.
and he was selling them dirt cheap to me in lots. And I didn't divulge his name until I was done milking him out of everything I could from him.
Yeah,
But I think that first Kyle Rayner is in
yes.
the giveaway bin over here.
Oh yeah, yeah. So if I ever win it, I have to.
That's right.
Once CGC, and I also bought from him. I bought first appearance of Apocalypse from him. Days of
Comic
Future
Verse, the
Past,
Fridge book is
both
in
of
the
them.
giveaway bin too.
Oh, ooh, ooh.
What was that, Rob?
Comic Verse was saying he wants the book where he finds his girlfriend in the fridge, and I said the fridge book is in the giveaway bin too.
Oh,
That's one of the books I'm looking for, actually.
Yeah, there's quite a several. There's a few Green Lantern keys in the giveaway box right now.
Yeah. Then the first appearance of John Stewart, that's one of my grails.
That's not in there.
I
Sorry.
I have a lot of grails. So I have, of course, FF52,
Oh,
Luke Cage #1, um, uh, first appearance of John Stewart in Green Lantern. So far I'm collecting a lot of my mini grails. It's not too expensive,
hmm
and I'm up, right now the 2 runs I'm trying to complete because I told you I finished West Coast Avengers. Is Alpha Flight and New Warriors, the first volume of both.
oh.
Hmm. And I'm almost there.
You said
Alpha
New
Flight's
Warriors now
cool,
3 times on this show. It's time for Mike Becker to show up.
And I'm really really close to finishing Generation X. Surprisingly, I just looked on my COZ app one day. That's all. I only need 8 more books for that run.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think I'm only missing one book in the old Generation X run, but
Yeah.
my
I was
boy.
gonna put in. I was gonna put, and I should have. I was gonna put in the event called Age of Apocalypse.
Yep.
and I had the complete set, but I was young and stupid, so my cell phone bill at one point was $900,
Whoa.
and that's because that's when you had to pay for text messages, and I
Right.
joined a social group and I was texting like,
Oh.
yeah, exactly. So in order to pay my bill, I had to sell my entire Age of Apocalypse collection, and I'm slowly getting that back up too.
Fortunately, there's probably less money now than you sold them for.
Oh yeah, yeah. I sold it for like almost $400.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now you get.
Now, being a Green Lantern fan, though, are you collecting the new keys with like Jessica Cruz and Jade and stuff?
I have a first appearance. That was
Okay.
part of Justice League number 50, I believe, during
And you got
the
the
Dark Side
annual where
War.
she became a Yellow Lantern, right? Or the
Yes.
special? Yeah.
Yep, I have that as well. I have an Art Germ. I think it's Art Germ cover. I think he did one of them. I have to look at my collection. But yeah, I have Jessica Cruz. I have to. I'm also getting the first appearance of Simon Bass. I think it's like a free comic book day for DC. I want to get that as well.
Kelly Comics is saying his buddy is selling a first John Stewart. It's not $30 to $40, but let him know.
Hey, let me know if it's around my price range. I'll be there.
Yeah, so you can reach out to Kelly on IG.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. You might find that book tonight.
I just got my taxes, so
right.
Oh, you got to. Oh, I just got my bill. That's all I got. Afraid?
Now it's funny too, right? Because we haven't had a lot of Green Lantern people on here. Rob's had a few on his show over on
Really?
Only Slabs, but the people that are Green Lantern fans are diehard Lantern fans.
Mm-hmm. I have the plastic rings and everything. They packed away, but I have all the plastic rings of all the colors. So, and I'm in the process of getting. Oh wait, I got this. Let me show
I
you.
say, Gary, you say I had several, but I think I have one multiple times.
Well, probably, yeah. I think you're right.
I do have the John Stewart.
There you go.
Actually, McFarlane toy. I got this on a steal. I went to I guess it was having a Christmas. It was around Christmas time, and I got this for $5.
Collect the real Green Lantern, Alan
Then,
Scott.
yeah, Mike Night Tiger Comics is
Alan
asking
Scott.
if you have any desire to collect the Golden Age Green Lantern.
Yes, I am. But I've seen them in like they brought them back, especially like in the new Justice Society book. I am trying to collect that as well. I don't have much Golden Age stuff in my collection. That's my next venture is to get into Golden Age books. But when I do, that's going to be the character I'm going to be going for.
Nice.
Yeah, no, those could be. I always loved his whole outfit and everything was just some reason just jumps out at me. He's like the best of the costumes to me.
Yeah, the red and the purple.
Now we got to ask you, being a big Green Lantern fan, if you had a ring and you could only create one thing with the ring, what are you creating?
Oh, create one thing?
Yep. Yeah. One of the lanterns lets you put the ring on one time, and you get to create one thing with the ring.
Oh, that is. Okay, so I'm gonna go my video game roots. It's the same color. I don't have one. It's the Xbox Series X, so I could play it. I've been trying to purchase that system for the longest. Like I said, video games were my first love, and comic books is my second love. Shocker. But yeah, it would be an Xbox Series X because it's same color and everything.
That's what I was waiting for you to say. Jack B's got it right. Create another ring.
I wish I could create another ring and then create another ring and create another ring, but eventually, I got to create something else. I see you, Marcus.
According to the real comic book community, real Green Lanterns wear red costumes.
I thought you was about to ask me which color of the spectrum will I be. That's why I thought you was going with.
Well, you could tell us that too.
Well, and I know, Rob, you don't like the Skittles colors, but it would be blue. It would be a ring of hope because I love inspiring hope in all my friends and family. I have several friends and family that's in social media and doing things on YouTube and Spotify, and I like to bring them up and give them hope of success. And also with not just them, but several of my friends that's on YouTube, like S182. He's getting very close to 1,000 subscribers. He's like my YouTube mentor, and I'm just hoping and wanting him to achieve even greater success. And same thing with you, Gary and Rob. With nothing but success for y'all in your endeavors.
Thank you.
Oh, well, thank you. And speaking of success in the endeavors, in the description below, you can find the link to CBizzle's channel on YouTube and Instagram. So, guys, you met him. You already know he's a great dude. Go down below, sub him up on YouTube, and follow him on IG, and get the word out there about this great new community member.
I
Because
will
that's
follow
what this
back.
show. Yep, we're trying to introduce you to great new people, and we got one here. But we'll start rounding up now. Rob, what's
Well,
coming up for you,
I would
sir?
say so what you got to do is you want to start your gateway drug
Oh,
into Alan Scott is you can
Mhm.
start it with like Showcase 55, which
Showcase
is the
55.
first appearance his first appearance in the Silver Age. So the
Okay.
first time he comes over. It's also the first appearance of Solomon Grundy.
Oh,
Uh,
I like this in
which
Solomon Grundy.
so in a high end book it's expensive, but in a lower end book it's actually a pretty affordable book still. Um,
Ooh. I'm not. I'm
and
not a. I'm not a grade goblin. It doesn't matter.
Right.
No, low
Especially,
grade
and
is
there's
better than
plenty
no
of them
grade.
available out there, Rob. But it was a
Yeah.
nice gateway drug to get you into the
Yeah.
Golden Age Green Lantern in his first Silver Age
Oh,
appearance.
thank you.
Warlord just subbed you.
Thank you. And Jack B. I am a Detroit Lions fan. Die hard. Since
My best
83.
friend is a Detroit Lions
That's a
fan.
rough life right there, man.
Thanks,
It's
Jack
rougher
B.
it's rougher for the Bills fans.
Oh
They just
no,
can't
No,
no,
no, I don't
no,
know.
no,
No, no,
no,
no.
no.
The Lions had some
Oh,
horrible.
0 and
Looks like this,
16.
Gary. Have the Bills ever gone 0-16?
No, but they
No.
made it
You know
four
what
times and
football
then
team
lost
has?
it, which is
The Detroit Lions.
We
but
haven't
it's
won. We haven't
worse
won
to
a
get there and
championship.
lose it every time, I would
No,
think, right?
no. We haven't been into a championship since 1957, and that's before the Super Bowl was even mentioned. Okay, so I'm going to say this real quick. I'm 44 years old. Okay, been a fan. So I was born in 1979. From 1979 to now, the Detroit Lions only have won one playoff game. One in 1991 when we had Barry Sanders.
Uh,
So
and they
we
don't win a
suck.
lot on Thanksgiving either.
No, no.
Thank you, CJ. I was going to mention it. So we got a new hashtag out there now, Greg Goblin.
I've got to imagine that there's probably if you go to the go to the games, is there anybody not wearing a Barry Sanders jersey?
Right? I
I
mean,
mean,
you might
is
see a
that
couple
maybe a
of Calvin
Megatron
Johnson.
jersey here and there? But
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'm in, like I said, I'm in Dallas country right now. I have coworkers and friends trying to convert me over to being a Cowboys fan. Ain't happening.
they're the worst.
Ain't happening.
See, I'm a hockey guy, and right now my Devils are beating the Sabres 3-1. I keep getting
Oh,
my notifications.
I'm a Red Wings fan. True and true.
Well, you see, that's what kills me about Detroit sports, right?
Hmm.
They will pour tons of money into the hockey. And Detroit
Hmm.
has had stellar hockey teams
Yes.
forever with some of the most incredible talent. They have
Hmm.
the Detroit hockey teams, they
Hmm.
have the best scouts, man. They find
Yes.
talent out of nowhere that comes into the league and just runs wild,
Hmm.
right? People that no one's ever heard of, and they come in and they control everything. They're so good. But
Exactly.
and then they don't spend that same amount of effort on the Lions. It
No.
kills me.
Well, this year, this new turnaround, we got a new GM a couple of years ago, and we got a new coach that like to bite kneecaps. So, so he's turning things around. I'm telling you, if we ever win the Super Bowl, I'm putting out a video with tears in my eyes. I'm letting y'all know that for a fact. Like,
That's not a good thing,
hands down.
CJ.
No,
You don't
Callie.
want that to be your only claim to fame.
No. No.
It's funny too, speaking of OJ Simpson, it's funny too when you get an old comic and you see his ads in them.
Oh, right? Like, yeah.
Oh, the dingo boots.
Yeah. I like
Signature Key, how you doing? All right. Hector Ortiz. CBizzle, what's coming up for you, man?
So I'm doing an unboxing video. I literally earlier today received a package. So I got a new guy. This is
Ooh.
no, I'm sorry. This is not a new guy. This is my new way of buying from him. This is my slab guy, but these are raw books that he started selling raw books now. And also I got my tomorrow's new comic book day. So I'm going to pick up some my weekly pull. And also we're doing a video on Phantom of the Scan. is a miniseries from Aftershock. It's a Colin Bunn written story, so I'm doing that. And then also I'm doing one of my favorite books of 2022 is Dual Power Bomb.
Yeah,
And
you and
also,
a lot of people. That book's got a lot of great
oh,
attention.
love that book. I could totally relate to that book. Also, next Monday I will be on not Sean, Scott Vaughn's S Vaughn 82 show, Comic Addicts, and I'll be on his show next Monday.
Nice.
Where Boxing Day? I don't know.
I don't know.
I watch a lot of
I've done a
boxing and
boxing
UFC
video, and it does
videos.
not have as many clicks as the unboxing.
I'm gonna need Rob's help because I've been watching his videos on how to package when you send out stuff, so I want to make sure I'm doing it correctly.
Well, Rob
there's
happens to have a video about it.
Mm-hmm. So,
shot it last month. Coming up for me. So this Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern, you of course will have. Thank you, Warlord. Really appreciate it, sir. You will have me joined live by Stephanie, Madam, and we're doing this will be part 3 of our artist series. Parts 1 and 2 are already done. They've been really fun shows. And then we got something cooking. That was Madam's idea for when that series ends. So we want to review people's action figures, dolls, statues, whatever you want to call them. So if you have some and you want us to review the sculpts or whatever, you need to send us multiple pictures of it from angles so we can review it and what we think of it. But we've had a lot of fun. I have 6 Conan art portfolios, and Madam and I have been going through and reviewing them together. Her with the artist eye, me with just the fan eye of being a Conan fan. We've had great interactions. Also, this Thursday, we have CJ in the hot seat with the usual suspects. So we'll get to know more about CJ's comic book history. The guy's a legit comic book collector. If you guys didn't catch his 1011 episode, he had a great 1011. You really should watch it. He's got some Dynamite books in his collection, as well as being
you.
Huh?
You have lots of Dynamite books in your collection.
I do. But they're not so Dynamite. It just happens to be where the character is at the moment. It doesn't mean they're good, Rob.
So
Dynamite doesn't do a lot of characters justice. We all know that.
CJ is the one with the hands, right?
Yes,
yeah, Kool-Aid Man. Yeah,
Kool-Aid Man. Okay.
Yeah, he's in the.
And now he's got the Hawaiian Punch Kid there with him too.
He does. He's getting all his fruit drinks fighting. And then
I want to see Kool-Aid Man and Hawaiian Punch Boy fight.
Next Tuesday, it's Mullet Tuesday. We have Tylox the Mighty on the 1011.
Oh wow, nice.
So we're gonna see all the mulleted Superman books from the 90s.
Ooh,
no, just kidding. No.
I wouldn't mind that.
Right?
I wouldn't mind that myself.
But that's what we got 90s. Coming up, and as always, I really want to thank the audience. We had a great audience participating tonight, showing up. Thank you for supporting my guest host. Thank you for supporting my guests. Again, their links are in the description down below. Thank you for checking out the channel and tuning into the show. I really appreciate it. I love doing this show. And Rob, thank you as always for being a co-host. And CBizzle, thank you so much for accepting my invitation and spending some time on my channel with us.
Oh, thank you for having me. I had a great time.
Saturday.
And
first appearance.
See, look at that great wall. That's a great wall for y'all.
Guys, and as I like to end this, until next time, I got to get the brand ready first because Rob already got me messed up at the beginning laughing.
All right, well, you do that. I'll fill in. Hey, this Saturday, tune in to Only Slabs. Red Cloud Ball 1 from Instagram will be our guest. So, and then next week on Monday, I've already done what I said was the most epic mail call. So what is more epic than the most epic mail call? You'll have to find out on Monday.
I'm there.
There you go. You can't ask for a better teaser than that, guys. Until next time, keep it casual.